Robben versus Chesterton, Iridescent Brooch. An entertaining novel quite popular in Fontaine. It tells a story about the thief phantom gentleman, Thomas Robben, and the famous detective Chesterton's first confrontation. Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction. Any similarities to persons living or dead, or actual events, is purely coincidental. Volume 1. Call me Poirot. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no mora in my purse and nothing particular to interest me outside of the city, I traveled to the court of Fontaine and entered the care of my uncle Chesterton, the famous private detective. To my surprise, he immediately tasked me with assisting him in tracing Robben, the mysterious phantom thief. The court should not be so deserted at midnight, and yet, at this point in time, there was nary a person to be seen on the streets outside Mr. Pierre's mansion. Only the autumn night wind echoed beneath the cold moon like a lamenting harp. In the shadows, the police and journalists watched the well-lit mansion, a stone's throw away like hawks, waiting for the arrival of a certain esteemed guest. Like everyone else involved, I too was hidden in the shadow of a street corner. The long wait was beginning to bore me. This is taking too long. Will Robben really show up? The lady journalist from the Steambird seemed to hold a different opinion about this matter, and rebutted me immediately.
Of course he will. He sent a message ahead, claiming that he shall steal that iridescent starstone brooch. He's not going to go back on his word. The only question really is what sort of cool method he'll use to arrive at the scene this time.
You seem to be...
Of course I am. It would be more surprising for someone to not be enamored with the phantom thief.
And just as the journalist was excitedly regaling me with details of this rogue's great deeds, the clock struck midnight exactly. Suddenly there was a great explosion, and the mansion lights died all at once. Before we could adapt to the sudden darkness, a great light blazed forth from the mansion window, rendering the night day for a few moments. Having recovered their sight, the police filed in, and I trailed after, stepping into Mr. Pierre's collection room. There was nothing on the dice. The iridescent starstone brooch was gone. Both the roars of rage and cries of dismay seemed to wash out and meaningless in the face of this obvious truth. The hubbub of the crowd and the remnant sounds of the explosion formed a cacophonic mix that made my head hurt. There was nothing for me to do, so, as my uncle instructed, I pretended to investigate the scene before returning home. Before I left, I heard the sound of a shutter behind me, and the lady journalist's most unprofessional gushing.
The legendary phantom thief Robben makes yet another extravagant exit. A wonderful performance indeed.